Hello there, welcome along to part 20 of the Shach Refit. In this segment we're going to deal with the switch panel and get it wired up for all the different things in the shack. So let's get cracking at that and we'll show you how we do it. So what we are going to do for this control panel is we are going to utilize this box. This is an IP56 rated box, which is waterproof enclosure for outdoors, but which is not necessary as it's going inside. But these are very cheap. That's like, I think, €3 or something like that. The electrical wholesalers, is not expensive at all. So what I'm going to do is, get on there, you bastard. What we're going to do is we're going to drill a bunch of holes in it, in each side. So there'll be 8 going in and 8 coming out. So each one of the 8 wires is for each one of the 8 switches. And the way this is done, there's a feed that goes up to the switch panel that feeds mains to all the switches, and then what you're actually doing with those type switches is you're switching the live and the neutral, rather than just switching the live or the neutral. You're switching both, which activates a little neon in the switch as well. And have I one of them here? So sorry about that, I had to find one. So there's one of the switches there, and your feed is on the top. Your live and neutral goes in and out on the bottom. So when you flick it on, then it makes the circuit and turns on the little neon indicator in the switch. So the feed goes up to the switch panel, feeds all the switches. Each wire comes back out then from the bottom of each individual switch and goes to each individual item that's going to be switched on and off. And the grounding, the earthing, or whatever you want to call it, depending on which side of the Atlantic you're on, will be done in said box. It's just a handy solution when you have stuff, a lot of stuff that you turn on and off, like I have in my shack, and you have all your switching requirements in one location. So I'm not going, like, I'm just going to drill holes the size of the cable to go in and out. What we'll do is we'll just put the cable in through the hole, and we'll put a zip tie on the end of the cable to stop it pulling back out. You could go and gland it if you wanted to, but no real need for that. Have a gland. I only have big ones like this, but you can get smaller ones, but no need for this. You know, these are more suited to outdoor applications, because when you put your cable in and you twist it, it pulls the rubber seal in, or the gasket, sorry. I'll just twist it. Need 2 hands to do that. You see, it comes right down on top of the cable and seals it, stops creepy crawlies from getting in and out, and water. But again, indoor application, so we don't need to do that. So get all these holes drilled, and we'll take it from there. So basically that's what we'll end up with. The cable will go in, we'll have a zip tie on the inside of it here to stop it pulling back, and there'll be a strip connector that will handle all the different connections. So we just drilled 8 holes in, 8 holes out. So do the line up, because I just did it by eye. Had to do pretty much. So that's that, and that'll be mounted on the wall. The lid will go on and have a few little labels printed up to go on it as well. So they are pretty simple kind of solution for distribution. So there you go. There's the box mounted on the wall with the strip in there. Well, the main strip, that'll do 6 connections. This other one here then, that'll cover 7 and 8, which are actually spare. Auxiliary 1, auxiliary 2 are spare ones. So these are the looms. This is from the switches to the box for the individual devices, and this is the feed to feed the power to the switches. So there's the lid, I have some labels on it, just shows you quick reference what's what. So you know, we all have a habit of, when we do these things, we remember, and we may come back maybe 6 months or a year later to do something and you haven't the foggiest clue of what you did. So we need to get these wires in here now. So I have them all numbered, as you can see. 6, 2, etc, etc, and the 2 to add in, so they're numbered as well, 7 and 8, so 1 through 8. It doesn't matter with this because this is just feeding the switches, so this goes in after this. So this one will take the time to get everything hooked up and get everything connected, and then we'll be good. So some considerable time later, and just packed up again for the evening, and what have we got? So the rack and all that's working, the fans are working. There's aux 1 and 2, they're spare. So there's the lid to go on the box. Just shows us what's going on in there. Nice breeze there coming up from the fans, of course, that's what they're there for. So what's wired up? The rack, the mixer, the fans. So to do is the power supplies and the 9-volt supply for the equipment that requires 9 volts. So we're getting there. It's very nearly there now. It's just taking forever. So that's the insides of it there, and it's coming along. So that's it for this video, and hope you join me the next time. And if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We'd be delighted to have you along with us. So 7-3 for now. This is George, EI 7 Kilo Oscar. Bye bye.